It's nerve-wracking driving in the snow and ice. I mean, what are you meant to do when this happens? So we've come to this test track at Silverstone, where they teach you how to drive when there's no grip.
You can see it starts to move. Jump on the brakes firmly now, hard as you can on the brakes, and the car comes to a stop very quickly.
I completely lost that.
Yeah, it's very easily done.
That was so easily done. And what did I do wrong?
I think it's a natural response, of course, if you start to feel the car slip, is to let go of the pedals.
It would be the first thing I would do, take my foot off the accelerator. But that's the worst thing you can do.
It's the worst thing you can do. The best thing you can do is to try and keep your throttle nice and stable so that you're not accelerating, but equally and importantly, you're not decelerating either. So you're trying to keep everything the same. You'll need to imagine there's an egg between your right foot and the throttle, and you're trying to push the throttle down but not actually crack the egg. Really, I think if you are in dire trouble and skidding towards another vehicle, the best advice I would offer at that point then really is to brake as hard as you can in your ABS braked car and try to steer gently away from the hazard if possible.
That's the driving advice then, and there is something else you can do if your budget will stretch to it.
If you're going to do one thing this winter, I'd recommend that you buy winter tyres, and that's because they're so much more capable at dealing with cold, wet, icy and snowy conditions than regular tyres. And in fact, you can use them for 5 months of the year when UK conditions favour that sort of tyre.
Otherwise then, it's gently does it. And if you do end up skidding out of control, the advice seems to be to put the brakes on. You're skidding anyway. Richard Westcott, BBC News, Silverstone.